Yeah, Fiddle, you gotta dance or something, man. What's up
I
with
was
you, my brother?
drumming. You were pianos. I was hitting the drums.
Shit, I hit the drums too, man. We both be on the drum. You got to hit the cymbals and everything, man. But what's up, everybody, man? Welcome to another show, Monday NBA Talk with Jay, man. We're here with our guy on Fiddle. Yes, he was here on Friday. We're back to the regular Mondays here, man. I'd like to wear these glasses, but they're literally like mirror glasses, man. So we're gonna save those for another day. But Fiddle, how you doing, my brother? How was your weekend, my guy?
I'm doing good. My weekend ran really well, so let's hope that continues. Me and you have had 4 winning shows that we've done in a row together. Let's make it 5, please. I haven't been running as good as 4 for 4. That would be ideal, but I've been running real good. So let's make it 5 for 5.
Yeah, let's get it, man. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of struggle with today's card. There is a spot that I really like, but just like on the sides today, for whatever reason, I guess I'm kind of overthinking myself. I know the side that I'd like to bet, but it wouldn't be like a hammer spot or something that I would like to be like, all right, well, this is one cashing for sure. You see what I'm saying? But let's get into it, man. We're not here to waste your time. Hope everybody had a great weekend, living healthy. Health is wealth. You see what I'm saying? It's more important than money, my guys. So hopefully everybody's doing well health-wise, and also we're able to make some money and, you know what I'm saying, buy some presents for their family and all that stuff, man. But first game up, let's go over here to the streets of Charlotte in this one. Fiddle, Hornets getting 3 at the house versus the Sixers in this game. What do you think about this game, Fiddle?
In line open, Sixers -1.5, even with McCain injury news, even with Embiid injury news. Sixers have best 2 players on the court. They have, where'd he go?
I'm right here. I'm just wondering why my shit is, I don't know, bro. I got a new, can you hear me good, or is it just choppy with the video?
Video's a little choppy, but I hear you fine.
Yeah, I don't understand why. I have the Ethernet, so I got the plug-in that kept fucking up. I got a new plug-in. I got a new thing, and I don't know what's going on. It's actually pissing me off right now. But what's up with you, Fiddle?
I like Maxey and Paul George both being active for this game. LaMelo's questionable, but seems like based on the line movement, he's not going to play. So you're relying on Brandon Miller and Bridges. Mann's out. LaMelo's probably out. Grant Williams out for the season. Recent starter to hit the IL list. So 76ers, despite having Embiid and McCain injured, are still going to be having the best 2 players on the court. Probably still better role players. Nick Nurse still a good coach, although Charles Lee looking good. So a lot of reasons to back the 76ers here as a road dog. I haven't played it at the 3, but that would be the only direction that I would look.
All right, let's see now. Why is it choppy, man? This is weird, man. I'm dealing with a new setup here, but as long as you guys can hear me, I guess it's just gonna have to be choppy today, man. But I think the Sixers are the better team. Obviously, Embiid's hurt again. That's not good. Their best player coming off the bench, their young microwave scorer, McCain, the nail painter. I can't fucking stand it, but he does ball. The TikToker. You know what I mean? I can't stand it, man. But whatever. Sixers are the much better team. Obviously, if LaMelo's out, that's a huge loss for the Hornets as well. Fiddle. Last night I was like, I wanted to take Sixers here, and I'm like, without Embiid, without McCain, can't really get a good hold on this team. But if they are gonna come up, they're gonna make the playoffs. These type of games are absolute must-win games. Like you said, if you have Paul George and Maxey, you have to win these type of games, man. I think it's a must-win game for the Sixers, but I'm still not there to trust them, Fiddle. Not gonna lie to you, man. So let me see. My video's a little bit better now. The video's better now, right?
It's interesting to call that must-win for the 76ers. Like, I think it's actually true, and it actually might get me over the hump to lay the -3, personally.
Bro, fuck. They're sitting. What's their record? So they're 7-16. They have the same record as the Hornets.
Yeah, they're 4 games back of like a play-in spot right now.
They have to win these games. It's that simple. No Maxey, Paul George, you have no fucking excuse here. If LaMelo doesn't play in this game, Sixers cannot lose these type of games. They will miss the playoffs if they continue to lose these very winnable games here. You see what I'm saying? So they had a game earlier this year. This was December 3rd as well. So obviously still no Embiid. McCain, how much he have? He had 17 off the bench. He's low-key a really important player for him. Fiddle.
He's
That's why I'm
amazing.
staying off of it. But he has to stop painting his nails. But Paul George and Maxey that had 29-21. Let's see. Yeah, there was no LaMelo Ball, and they won in Charlotte. They were laying 5. They ended up winning that game by 6. It was a must-win game. They came out there and I believe they got up by 12 at the end of the first quarter, led by 11 at the half. They did what they should have done. They have to win these type of games without LaMelo. So Sixers are nothing for me. I don't know if I can stomach this team taking any more of my money, Fiddle. Not gonna fucking lie to you, but I do think it's the side though. You see what I'm saying? So Sixers are nothing for me here, but I'm probably off this, especially until we see what's up with LaMelo. But line was at 1.5 yesterday. It's heading up to 3.5. It's probably telling us that like it's 3.5 at Circa. They moved to 3.5, so they're taking a position on this game, Fiddle. Pay attention to books that take a position on the game. Like, I don't give a damn what the public perception is. This is what we think is going to win. And so I'd like to be on the side of the books there, Fiddle. You can still find threes out there. Sixers are nothing for me. Are you going to get there?
I probably am. I might wait until the final LaMelo news, then even just pay for a more expensive money line if I have to. I just want to comment on what you just said. I was listening to an interview this weekend with the former head odds maker of Circa, and he said the majority of his moves when he's moving a line would be based on air and not on action. So he's often moving things as a response to the market and where his models and projections are and where he thinks the game's going to be and where he knows some bets are coming in, but he mainly moves the line based on, wanting to take positions in the market. So he's actually doing it. He has since left Circa, but if Circa's doing it in this instance, we're seeing it again.
Facts. Yeah. So he's basically saying what I just said. Like, they take a position on a game, basically.
The only difference in saying that, it's like, oh, I always want to ride with the house and I don't want to, ride with the public.
It's not always.
It's first of all, it's convoluted to always know, and the numbers matter, right? Because they're getting people who played it at 1.5 versus now 3.5. So there's a difference in value there. We're also, as bettors, paying -110, whereas the book, like Circa, taking these bets, they're getting +110 everywhere. So their hit rate needs to be lower. Their implied needs to be lower when going into these spots. But still, I would say picking out the spots where you notice is happening, you're going to cover beyond 52.38, which is a -110.
That's a fact, man. They tripping in the chat. My guy said rookie of the year and did the nails painted emoji, man. My guy crazy.
That's hilarious.
Shit, man.
That is hilarious.
Sixers
he's not
going
to win rookie of the year, but he's not disqualified because the injury, because that rule 65 games does not apply to rookie of the year.
Oh, okay. So that's why people are starting to come in on Edie, because I was like, he missed a ton of games. This shit gonna matter. They're starting to come in. They started to take Edie at plus 5,500 for rookie of the year when they saw McCain was hurt. How long is he supposed to be out?
He's going to be out close till the end of the season. The reason why the rule doesn't, he's not going to win the award. The reason why the rule doesn't apply is because if you made it 65 games for rookies, many of them don't even get playing time until 20, 30 games into the season. So you'd be weeding out so many of them where you'd only have 5 or 6 candidates realistically. Don't bet any of the fucking awards, betting awards.
Yeah.
For suckers.
Yeah, you got to know the right one. I mean, there's value on Edie plus 5,500. If he doesn't win, who fucking cares? It could have been plus 55,000. If he doesn't win, you're not cashing a ticket. So I bet futures once I know what's gonna happen. Let's get over it. That's enough talking about motherfuckers over and painting their nails and shit. I bet you if you wasn't doing all TikToks and painting his nails, it probably wouldn't have got hurt. But all right, hold every conversation. Let's go over here to the streets of Detroit. Pistons getting 4.5 at the house versus the Heat. Fiddle. Want to take Pistons. Heat have been scaring me. They've actually been playing some really great basketball, Fiddle. The Pistons, for whatever reason, have played the Heat really tight, though. They beat them earlier this year in overtime. I believe there was a cup game. There was another game where they played in Miami. They were able to cover that game as well. It was 106-98. They were getting 8.5 points. So the Pistons are actually 3-0. They've lost 7 of the last 8 versus the Pistons have lost 7 of the last 8 versus the Heat. But they've covered 5 of the last 6. They've covered 7 of the last 10 games, 7-2-1 against the spread in their last 10 games versus the Heat. So they lose versus this team, but they cover spreads, man. What do you think about the Heat in general, bro? Because I know when they beat the Cavs, when they beat the Suns, they smacked the Lakers, then beat Suns and Cavs. Like, they're won 4 straight games, 6 out of the last 8. Is it time for us to start taking this team serious?
They're the same
True
Miami
question.
Heat. They're the same Miami Heat team we've seen for years. They're going to be competitive against anybody. They're going to be a threat come the playoffs. They're not going to trade Jimmy. Tyler Hero probably deserves to be an all-star in the East this year.
For sure.
For
I
real.
think
Like,
that's the
he's fucking
thing.
balling.
He's
Huh?
going crazy, bro. I
He's
think that's
amazing.
one of the main things, bro. He like Hero is like literally going bonkers. Like he looks like a fucking Devin Booker or something out there. I think
For
that's
real.
why I'm scared of the Heat, because Hero's been consistent with it too. It's not just
Yep.
a few games. Every game he been. Shout out to the players that go in the offseason and put in the work, man. I have to reiterate that, because it doesn't happen anymore these days. They get that money, and if anything, it goes the other way. They get comfortable. Hero's like, no, I gotta get another contract. But sorry, Phil, I just had to say that.
I'm on the Pistons in this spot. I did lay it when it was 5. I took a little bit of a little slight snack on the money line. They're home. They're no Tobias Harris. The game that they did win against the Heat in the NBA Cup, where it went to overtime, was no Jimmy Butler. So slight difference in that regard, that they had Tobias, and now the Heat will have Jimmy, and the Pistons will not have Tobias. I just think they're going to play this team close, and the Pistons are very well coached under JB Bickerstaff. They're kind of similar to Miami in that they're just a well coached team. They're going to be organized. It's going to be a half court game, probably like the under in this spot as well. But listen, the Pistons or Miami, like either of these teams, is going to be tough. And so just give me the points, give me the home underdog. The market was doing similar things where the sharper books were staying at 4.5 or 4 when everything else was 4.5 or 4.5 when everything else was 5. So slightly thinking that the books were taking a small position here, wanting some money to come in on Miami, but I'm wanting the Pistons.
No, that's a fact right there, man. Somebody in the chat says he thinks that we're broke. He or she, I don't know, probably a troll, man. He probably, like, you won't even come with your real name and shit, man. Not to spend too much time, but we're not broke, man. And we don't work 9 to 5s either, man. So I just wanted to say that. But I'm off this game. I want to take Pistons. The Heat have been balling a little bit too much for me. What's up with Duran? Because last game they talking about, oh, he got a wrist sprain or some shit, and then right before the game they sit him out. He wasn't on the injury report the whole fucking day. You know what I'm saying? That was the last game by the Celtics, and you got people that's already bet on the game. I mean, they don't care about who better, but even coming to the game, Duran is one of the big 3 for the Pistons. They have a real big 3: Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, and then Duran as well. So without those big 3, the Pistons aren't the Pistons. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like that the Pistons can ball and they can hang with the Heat. Did you say something about Tobias Harris was out?
Yeah, he's out.
The Pistons are the type of team where they need remember, this is a team that had one of the worst records in the NBA last year. So they can ball, they have a good coach, but they need everybody in there. Like, they can't be affording to miss nobody, man. Is Duran off on the injury report or not on there at all?
He's in, and I think he missed the previous game versus Miami. So at least they get Duran back for this one.
Okay, got you. I don't know. I'm off this game. I'm like I say, the Heat kind of scare me right now, and they have revenge, and they're playing well. They're playing some of their best basketball of the season. The one thing that I will say is that they don't usually play well at the beginning of the season. That's why things show. Like when they went and beat the Cavs, I'm like, bro, they can't fuck with the Cavs. Cavs match up well with them. All this, they smacked the Cavs at the house. They don't usually play well like this at the early season. That's why I say it's kind of. I'm gonna watch this game. I'm gonna see what the Heat have been doing. Watch their bench closely, because I think that's where their letdown is. I lean Pistons here, but I'm off this game, man. The Heat, like I say, they've been playing a lot better than I expected. Just like this next team as well. Let's go over to the streets of Toronto. First off, shout out to RJ Barrett. Shout out to the Raptors alone. This team loses games, but they cover spreads, and that's what matters, and that's really key to focus in on that as well. Now, this game, Fiddle, they have to win. You see what I'm saying? They have to win. But what do you think about this game?
Love the Bulls in this spot.
Okay.
Love the Bulls. When I picked out the Bulls in a few spots this season, I've been bang on. So I picked them money line against the Bucks when they were plus 350 on the road. Last week I was like, play the minus 6.5. That's still there when I got it at 5.5 against the Hornets, and they smacked them. This is another spot on the road. I really like the Bulls. They're a slight favorite. They were plus 1.5. That now that you can get minus 1.5s across the board. Still play that. The difference in the ones versus the twos, they're very infrequent outcomes in the NBA, so I don't get concerned too much with the line movement there. If a line's moving, I'm still willing to play into it. It's moving in the direction that we like to see. Bulls should get Vucevic back in this game.
Yeah,
Lonzo's playing really well. Levine's should be active. So yeah, that's going to probably be the line movement, is that Vooch is in. Yeah. And then on the other side, like no Quickly for the Raptors, no Scotty Barnes for the Raptors. So the Raptors are going to struggle against teams that play super pace up and in transition. They could kind of beat a slower team and catch a slower team sleeping. But the Bulls that play so fast, it's just going to be who can put up more points. And the talent disparity is pretty vast, considering the injury reports on both sides.
No, you make a great point there. My thing is the Bulls aren't a great defensive team. No. That's the only thing. So yeah, Kobe White, like Zach LaVine been fucking balling. Zach LaVine, I bet you he's probably in a contract year. Or it's either that or he just like want to show all
he wanted to be traded. Like, he wanted to show he was still valuable so he can get traded.
Yeah, but LaVine has actually been very consistent this year. Shout out to Zach LaVine as well. My problem is the Bulls shoot a ton of threes. And so if they're going up against a team that's better than them defensively, which I think the Raptors are. So remember, when you're going up against, when your defense is ass, you'll make teams that's not good offensively look good because your defense is trash. You know what I'm saying? So the Raptors at least can rely on their defense. If they can guard the three-point line here, there's a pathway to the Raptors to win this one. But shout out to, it's a lot of people in the chat chiming in. S. Warrior, we know that he's a Heat. He loves the Heatles over there. Sean Murphy likes Chicago -6.5 at the alternate price. Sean Murphy says Raptors can't close games. All of these kind of come up, it sums up as well. Dirty George says Raptors in the first half be cashing. And so when I'm looking at this game yesterday, first off, they had the Raptors as the favorite. I'm like, all right, that's already a little fishy right there. You know what I'm saying? Now I know that Vooch, I said, all right, well, Vooch did miss last game. So if I like the Raptors, I can wait and possibly get plus money. Then I'm thinking maybe first half because they'll keep games close but can't win them. Could possibly be tanking, all this stuff. And so I'm like, maybe Raptors early because I think that they can hang with the Bulls. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going back to the well with RJ Barrett here. First off, last game he got the triple-double with a much lower total as well and versus a much better defensive team and versus a team that went at a lot slower pace, Fiddle, as well. Now y'all running and gunning. You have a total of 241 here. Bulls are going to run and gun. And I think that the Raptors can get out in transition as well. I think this is actually even a better spot for RJ Barrett to go over his assists. They bumped it up to 6.5, and I still like it in this one. I don't know if he's going to get 10 or go for a triple-double again, but his over rebounds are live once again going up against a Bulls team. But there'll be a ton of long rebounds in this one. There'll be a ton of possessions. There'll be a lot of running and gunning. I think there's even more opportunity for potential assists for RJ Barrett in this one. So I did play his over 6.5 assists, going right back to the well without Scotty Barnes. RJ Barrett with the ball in his hands, usage rate is out of this world. But I do lean towards Raptors in the first half in this one. And not gonna lie, if they won this game, it wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. The Bulls do play really well versus the Raptors. Definitely the better offensively team. But like I say, they shoot a ton of threes. And when the Bulls don't make threes, they could possibly get blown out in any game, man. So, but they have been playing a lot better than I expected, to be honest with you. This is a tough game for me, Fiddle, but I can see the Raptors having the lead at the half in this one. I heavily lean Raptors in the first half, possibly first quarter as well. This team has covered 3 straight, 5 of the last 6, 7 of the last 9, Fiddle, but most of those weren't really 1.5 spreads there. So RJ Barrett over 6.5 assists for me, my guys. Lean his rebounds as well, Fiddle.
I literally just bet his over 39.5 points, rebounds, assists combo. I felt like that was the best value on the board. I was looking up the lines because I was going to give him a shout out while you were saying it. And then I saw the 39.5 at Bet Rivers. Literally just moved to 38.5, but at -125 instead of -105. Now it's flipping back and forth. But anyways, you're seeing FanDuel -115 on a 40.5, DraftKings 40.5 -110. So if you could pay less vig on a lower number too on a prop, that would be the direction I like it. So sign me up. Let's go RJ Barrett. I hope he has another triple-double for you.
That'll
so you could post a massive ticket and I could cash a small prop.
Well, let's see. Let's see what happened. Yeah, my guy said he just burned out of jail. That's not good. Let me see here. What's the triple double, guys? In the chat, let's assemble. Let find what's RJ Barrett's double
I got
double,
it. I
and
got it.
let's find what's RJ Barrett's triple double.
You want double double and triple double? I got them both.
Yeah. What's the best price, my guy? What we
Best
doing
price
here?
for double double is Bet Rivers plus 200, RJ Barrett,
Okay.
plus 130 FanDuel, plus 180 DraftKings, plus 170 Caesars. The best price for triple double is plus 1400 Bet 365, plus 850 FanDuel, plus 1200 DraftKings, plus 1000 Caesars. So plus 200 on the double double. Plus, honestly, I think they both present slight value.
Yeah, because I mean, so I'm Caesars right now. This is the only place I could bet on my phone. Plus 170 on double double, plus 1000 on the triple double. So those will be the numbers that I'm getting, unless I went to the casino or had somebody else place them for me. But double double is obviously a lot more safer. But if he was live in the game where they only scored 218 points with a total of 224 versus a much better defensive team like the Heat, and he was on the road, he has an even better opportunity to do that with a much higher total. This game will get a lot more rebounds, a lot more assist opportunities, a lot more possessions in general.
He also, like, Jay, you got the last one because he went hunting for the triple double.
For sure. Exactly. Yeah.
Right. So, like, that you have a nice little boost where, like, if he's close to double double and there's 7 minutes left in the quarter, 4 minutes left in the game, and he's 1 or 2 rebounds away, he's gonna try and go get it.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. Yeah, I like his over 6.5 assists. But like I say, if you want to put a little something on double double, I'm not gonna talk you off. I like the prices last time a lot better because his double double in the last game was plus 320. But I do think that it's a very he has an even better possibility to get it versus a much worse defensive team. Let me say that. I do think this could possibly be a sneakily under game. I couldn't stomach it, but I do think it could possibly. But it's just all about the Bulls if they're making threes. If they're not making threes, this game will go under, man. Let's go over here to Brooklyn, Fiddle. Nets getting 10 at the house. Nets traded Schroeder. The fire sale will begin pretty soon. I mean, shit, if they might talk about possibly trading Cam Johnson, Finney Smith, who's not really a needle mover, but they're still without Cam Thomas. Cavs can probably do whatever they want, name their score in this one, Fiddle. Kenny Atkinson going back to his own stomping grounds. What do you think?
Cavs wipe the floor with the Nets tonight. I like the under in this spot. I got it. It's like 220. It's now down to 215. Probably unplayable. Cavs. If you're gonna do one of those things where, like, I know we said you could parlay OKC money line with various things on Friday into the Saturday show. Here's another. Yeah. It presents another spot where OKC's a lone Tuesday game in this spot where I love them in the cup. So if you want, like, I don't do this personally. But if you wanted to put two things together and just go Cavs money line with OKC money line and just reduce the odds, I mean, technically you're actually paying more expensive odds in each individual leg when you do that in parlays. But
what's that parlay?
Well, if you did do that,
yeah.
Let's see. If you did it minus 590 for the Cavaliers and minus 200 for OKC, it's minus 130. At FanDuel.
They like it. Okay, that's actually really doable. That's actually not bad at all. Because I would definitely like to. I mean, shit. Obviously, Cavs money line like minus 500, but like just tying them in to win this game, I definitely think they win this game. I'd be super surprised if they lost it. So tying it in with anything else that you like, and you can get anything less than minus 150. I think it's a really good spot. I do need the Thunder to win tomorrow. I mean, I took them plus 200 to win the thing in SGA, so I don't even really have to bet tomorrow's game. I'm not going to add more. I was super confident versus the Rockets, but I mean, I'm still think that they're going to get the job done. It's just. I think I'm just going to leave my position.
They're going to smack the Bucks tomorrow, Jay. Don't even get cute and try and open a Fiddle's middle and try and Bucks 4.5 to like pseudo hedge, pseudo try and pass, go and collect 400 type of situation. Just let OKC smack around the Bucks.
So you think they win by double digits? Because I would even take Cavs money line and buy Bucks up to like plus 10.5. That's what I would do. I don't think
it's such a low total that to say double digits is tough, but I think that OKC presents the biggest problems that give the Bucks issues is size. And so like the reason why Orlando played
what size do they have us outside of Hardenstein?
they're huge everywhere.
I
They just have
wouldn't
size at every position. Like they're bigger than your guards, they're bigger than your wings. Like it's OKC's lengthy on their defense.
They are lengthy. They are lengthy.
Yeah,
but
that's
in
what I
the
mean.
paint, like if Giannis draws a couple fouls on Hardenstein, let's be realistic. If he draws 2 fouls on Hardenstein in the first quarter, or Hardenstein just get 2 fouls regardless, then who's stopping Giannis from getting to the basket?
I think it'll be Dort that's on Hardenstein to start, and then you'll get the help defense. I mean, Dort on Giannis to start, and then you'll get the help defense. But OKC has guys that they could throw different looks at Giannis, and they could throw multiple efforts. And then you also have Dagnalt on 3 days, rest and prep with no travel versus Doc Rivers. You potentially have the best coach in the league versus one of the weaker coaches in terms of like game planning and not like motivational tactic stuff, but like game planning stuff. Dagnall clears him by a lot.
All right, well, Fiddle, we'll do a show tomorrow too on that game. How about that? Is that cool?
Do you want me in on it?
Yeah, because it sounds like you got some really good insight on it, man.
But let's in a row with J Money. Listen, every time I'm with you, I end up winning my own bet. So
hey,
let's do it.
Let's do it. I lean Cavs -10. I mean, Nets can play well, but no shooter now, still without Cam Thomas. They won't have enough here, man, versus the Cavs. My guy said he liked Mobley over 8.5 rebounds. He liked Mobley over 8.5 rebounds. It's like I say, when I kind of overthink the card, it means that the favorites are going to cash or the easy plays cash. Cavs should be the easy play here. We probably shouldn't overthink it. Like the Nets fire sale, they've played well to start the season, but that's going to come back down to earth. They're only 1-5 straight up in their last 6 games, only 2-4 against the spread. They're showing that like, you know what I'm saying, that their luckiness has started to come out. So Cavs coming off a game where they didn't cover versus the Wizards, Cavs -10 or nothing for me here, but definitely Mobley could definitely continue to go crazy in this particular game, man. But let's go over here to a really intriguing game here, Fiddle. Kings laying a 1.5 at the house versus the Nuggets. Last night you could have got +1 on either side. Now the markets are bullish on the Kings to win this game. Fiddle, Kings were bullshitting for the year. Now Monk is in the starting lineup. Where coming off the bench. What happens here, bro? What do you like?
And listen, we talked about like books kind of signaling where they think is going to happen and what kind of develops into a book side or sharp side, whatever. It couldn't be more obvious.
Where's Scott Foster?
That this is Scott Foster tomorrow, probably. It couldn't be more obvious.
Today?
No, I think they're talking about tomorrow's OKC Bucks game if they put Foster on it for some reason. But anyways, for Kings Nuggets, it couldn't be a stronger Kings spot based on the line movement and like reading what these books and how they're posting the lines. I bet the Nuggets. And I couldn't want to have that ticket any less. I'm going to lose that ticket. If I were going to bet it now, I would absolutely bet Sacramento. If you listen to this advice and you bet Sacramento, I'm going to be rooting for your ticket to lose and my Denver ticket to get lucky and win. But this is absolutely a king spot in terms of the line movement to see this go from Kings +1.5 to then minus side back to plus and now coming back in. Listen, the limit increase as the day goes on. The big money bettors come into this, especially on a Monday slate when yesterday a lot of that line movement happens during football stuff and the biggest syndicates and betting groups are hammering football stuff and then looking at football openers on Sunday. So the Monday NBA market takes some sharp steam. Like that's when the bettors are invited, or like they're always invited, but this is when they actually show up to the party. And so when they showed up, the Kings line was the biggest mover, which scares the shit out of me as someone who bet the Nuggets previously. This is Kings or nothing at this point.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I can't get a good feel for this game. First off, either one of these fucking teams, man. You see what I'm saying? Like you don't know what you're gonna get from the Nuggets, bro. This team legitimately lost to the Wizards as 11.5-point favorites, bro. Like I just feel like when teams lose to the Wizards and then they can beat some of the best teams, it's like Like, I mean, the Nuggets lost 118 to 145 at the house versus the Knicks. Like, they legitimately were down 22 in the first quarter. Some of these teams, man, I just don't know what I'm gonna get from them. I'm sorry. We've seen Jokic go crazy and still lose. And then there's other games where obviously he goes crazy and then they win the game, man. So is Murray playing in this one?
Yeah, Murray's
Murray,
probable with the hamstring stuff. I also do
yeah.
like the under 238.5 or wherever the total's at right now.
Yeah,
I feel like I love the under. Matt Moore, our friend from Action, just posted a frequency chart about how often teams shoot threes. And these are both bottom 5-ish in the league in 3-point frequency. So I understand Monk being in the starting lineup has led to some overs, but these teams in the math department just don't shoot enough threes.
The math ain't mathing. That's what they say. Yeah, the Nuggets don't really have 3-point shoot. Like when you see Jokic taking 5-6 threes, that means that they don't have any other 3-point shooters. You see what I'm saying? So that's actually a really great point. The Kings, I think, sneakily have been trying to play some defense. That's the reason why they've been on this little 3-game win streak. So they obviously it's the Pelicans, the Jazz, and the Spurs, but still 109, 97, 113. They held the Grizzlies to 115. They held the Rockets to 111 points as well. You know what I mean? So they held the Wolves to 104 points. The team is sneakily playing some defense. The under could low-key be a really sneaky look here, to be perfectly honest with you, man. So I definitely think that the under could be a contrarian type of under in this one. If the Kings do win it, that means that they're not letting the Nuggets go crazy offensively as well, because I don't think that they could possibly win in the shootout versus the Nuggets. Even though the Nuggets don't have shooters, I'm talking about as far as like a scoring battle with Jokic, Gordon, guys like Jamal Murray as well. You see what I'm saying? So the under could be a sneaky look here.
Where's it at now? Let me check the totals.
It's 230. It's 237 and a half.
Yeah, I mean, circa 236 and a half, full point lower.
Oh shit! Yeah. Some of the offshores are kind of juicing into the under as well. You can still get
37 minus 115 to the under at some sharper offshores. This was a game, Jay, where like FanDuel was laying 238 and a half at the start, which is what I'm sure the comment is referring to, and Circa opens at a 237. So like clearly taking an under position in this game from some of the sharper books.
Stephen says this isn't the Nuggets that we know. He thinks his Kings get the job done. Kings at the house starting to play a lot better. After playing horrible, and you see teams show tonight. When you see them show signs of life, it's buy on or I stay off of it. And that's kind of where I feel like it's going on with the Kings right now, that they're a buy team. And I don't really want to be fading them right now. But like I say, I don't ever know what I'm going to get with the freaking Nuggets, man. I'm sorry. I'm off this game, man. Last game. Let's go. Every time you come on a show, Fiddle, the freaking Clippers or the Sixers are playing, bro. No lie. Either both of them or one of them. Clippers, I mean, they're going up against the Utah ass.
Utah ass.
Clippers should be able to do whatever the hell they want here. I lean Clippers here, Fiddle. What do you think? This could be like just an easy spot, man. Just like continue to fade the Jazz, man. Like seriously, bro. What are we doing here, man? This team lost by fucking 40. They lost by 44 versus the Kings. They also beat the Blazers by 42, but you lost by 44 points to the Kings, man. Like, I'm not betting the Jazz. I know that for sure. Clippers are nothing. What do you like some here?
No, this one would probably be the biggest stay away from me. You have Terrence Mann, both Manns, the Mann brothers are injured, Terrence and Trey. Terrence Mann on the Clippers injured probably for the next week. Derek Jones Jr. injured and out for the Clippers. So they got Norm Powell back recently, but they lost 2 of their other wings. So Amir Coffey still playing a ton of minutes. Listen, this might be a spot where you're looking to parlay. Like if you do like Clippers, this would be another candidate to tack on to a Oklahoma City tomorrow type of line. So whether you do that with Cleveland, whether you do that with the Clippers, I personally will be doing it with neither, but I think the situationally it does make sense because you're grabbing a spot that would there be no overlap in the Thunder game and the Clippers game. So you could always, if one of your first legs hits, then you could reduce, you could open a middle. You have so much time to figure out the strategy when you are parlay betting. Don't parlay bet, but when you are parlay betting, You want to remain as flexible as possible, and having multiple games going on at the same time, multiple legs happening at the same time, makes it a lot trickier, and it actually reduces the EV. So your expected value and what you can reposition with is harder to do.
I like that. So a few good things. My guy Omni, I haven't met him at the casino yet, but my guy's out here in Denver. He says, telling you now, super parlay for tomorrow night. SGA and Giannis over 29.5 points. Kelly in the chat says somebody thinking it's a sneaky over here. Clippers and lost 3 straight games. They need to win this game. They need to take this game serious. He said Clippers minus November 17th. Clippers -9 at home, won 116-105. That was 221. He says now the total is at 224. Maybe over. The books are kind of telling us that this might be a little bit more scoring. The Clippers play slow, but the Jazz play fast, and they don't play defense, and they shoot a ton of threes as well. And Steven says he likes the over here. Lingo Wick says anybody playing a Chris Dunn's revenge game prop. My guy Prop Bum, he posted this. I'm in his like secret Discord, but where it's not secret, it's paid Discord. But he also posts this on the Action Network app as well. So I'll tell you, he likes Chris Dunn over his PRA over 11.5. It's 12.5 now. He likes that Chris Dunn revenge game prop. And he should get more minutes without Terrence Mann and Derrick Jones Jr. as well. I think that Chris Dunn and his PRA. So there's multitude of ways. I mean, if he get 13 points, obviously it's cash easy, but it's rebounds, assists in there as well. So there's a multitude of ways that he can add to his PRA repertoire, in this game, Fiddle. I think the Chris Dunn PRA is actually really good. Look, Prop Bum does great shit, man. That's my guy. He came to Denver, man. We went to the casino. We cooked up some props. We made some money. That's my guy. I got to get out to Fort Lauderdale to hang with him, man. But that'll be a time. But Clippers are nothing, Fiddle. I think Clippers coming off 3 straight losses. You do whatever you want versus the ass, man. You do whatever you want versus the ass. Could be a sneakily over game, huh?
Yeah, I think it might be a sneaky over game. There's 222.5s available, so you can get better numbers than like the 224s that were previously out there. Yeah, I agree. Chris Dunn is one of the most exciting players this season from expectation. Like he's finally blossomed and he's playing fantastic, and he's perfect for the Ty Lue kind of defense first system. He's perfect for playing off of James Harden. Been very impressed with Chris Dunn.
No, that's a fact there, man. That's a fact. They say, and Ty Lue playing him more than Porter Jr. as well. Clippers are coming off three losses by double digits, all 3 of them versus, well, I don't know what you want to say about Denver, but still somewhat of a top team in the West, then the Rockets and the Wolves as well. So now major step down in competition in this one. Clippers might put up 120 points in this game. I think this is a sneakily over game because the Jazz, they have some advantage down low with their 3-headed monster. The big man, they can somewhat get some offensive rebounds with Kessler marking. This game might be a sneaky over right here, Fiddle. I think we kind of just talked on now, but let's get out of here. One play for me today. I'm going back to the wheel. RJ Barrett over his 6.5 assists. Wouldn't be surprised if he went for a double-double or triple-double again. I didn't bet it this time. I'm just going to go with over 6.5 assists. But I do think it's even a better opportunity this game. Much higher total, much more possessions, and going up against a much worse defensive Bulls team as well. Heavily lean Raptors in the first half. Money line heavily lean to the Cavs. Heavily lean to Chris Dunn over his PRA, and I also lean towards Clippers and possibly that over in that one, man. I think the Clippers could put up 115, 120 in this game, Fiddle, and the Jazz can add in another 105. You know what I'm saying? Like that might be a sneaky over in that one, man. I know the Clippers game's been going under, but and they're missing 2 great defenders as well, and Terrence Mann and Derrick Jones Jr. So you're missing your best defenders, your best perimeter defenders. Like the Jazz are ass, but they have young guys that can score, Fiddle. I don't play many totals. I don't play many totals.
For the Jazz, their offense is better.
I don't play totals
I love playing totals. So,
bro, when I bet the over, these motherfuckers, boy, I'm telling you, they miss everything. But this over, I really feel like that's going to get there, bro. Mainly because the Jazz are an over team. They don't play much defense, man.
Clippers historically an under team because they just play such a slow pace. But if you think they're taking away 2 of their defenders and you're going to play Norm Powell some more minutes, you're going to play Chris Dunn some more minutes, you're going to have to play Kevin Porter Jr. some more minutes. It should tilt a little more offensive and a little faster pace for an LA team that normally slows it down.
Yeah, I think that shit going over, man. And I think that Chris Dunn, somebody say everybody on his props today, 12.5 PRA is very doable, bro. Especially if you're
Yeah.
playing 25, 30 minutes, especially if you're playing up against your old squad and you want to show them, hey, look, why y'all shouldn't have traded me. So I'm saying Chris Dunn, last game he had 7 points. Yeah, 7 points, 1 assist, 1 rebound, but he played 20 minutes, 35 seconds. We're gonna need him to get to 25 to get that one tonight, but that was on the road. He started. Yeah, if he's going to start, he's getting over 12.5 PRA, bro. I'll just say that, Fiddle. So keep an eye out on that, people. But, Fiddle, what you like today, my brother?
I like the Bulls opposite of your Raptors. You might like them in the first half. I like the Bulls full game, so hopefully we can both win that one. But otherwise,
I didn't bet it, Fiddle.
Huh?
I didn't bet Raptors first half.
You said you mentioned it.
No. I said I lean that way.
Yeah,
but if that happened, you can usually get plus 500 on those bets. First half on a halftime, full-time bet. Raptors would have to have the lead at the end of the first half, and then the Bulls would have to have the lead at the end of regulation. They can't even go to overtime. Those are usually plus 500, though.
I like Bulls. You could still find a minus 1.5 pretty universally available. I like the Sacramento Kings, even though I bet the Nuggets myself. I think this is a great Kings spot. I think this is a nice under spot for Kings Nuggets. And then I like Oklahoma City tomorrow a lot.
A lot. I mean, I need them to win. Shit, plus 200. I'm just one thing, guys. I hop on the phone. Look, I'm on the phone. Let me see what the fuck. To Raptors first half, this is double result bet. So it's either halftime, full time, or double result. Same shit. Raptors first half to win the first half. Bulls to win the game is plus 480. It's worth it.
Called it plus 500. You're right there.
It's worth it. I think that could definitely. I think the possibilities of those happening is very possible because Raptors come out and play well to start the game. And then, like my guy said in the chat earlier, pay attention to the chat, guys. They be on. They can't finish games. Whether it's tanking or whether it's them, that's when they're really starting to miss Scotty Barnes and quickly, but they can't really finish games. So if the Bulls do win this game, I think it'll mainly be second half. Their offensive guys are just a lot better than the Raptors, but I still think Raptors got much better defense. But keep an eye out on that, man. We always talk about some great stuff, guys. So whatever you guys are betting, I've only bet one thing so far. RJ bet over 6.5 assists, but there's actually some really great looks on the card, man. I think the Clippers Jazz game over is a really great look. Chris Dunn over his PRA if he starts, really great look. Wouldn't be surprised if Kings got the job done. I'm off of it. Lean under. Lean Cavs. Raptors first half. I think that's the spot. But RJ Barrett over 6.5 assists, man. That's the spot. If LaMelo's out, it's technically a must-win game for the Sixers, but who fucking knows? But let's get Fiddle back on here tomorrow. It's only one game, so we can really dive in, talk some props, talk whatever, man. And he likes the Thunder, so if you want to parlay Cavs, Thunder, you can get. I think they said the best you can get for that parlay is minus 118, my guys. If you want to throw Clippers in there as well, I'm not gonna fucking talk you off, man. But it's all love. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. That's the show. Go get that cash, man. Smack these bookies up. Go download the Action Network app as well, man. Like I say, it's guys like Prop Bum on there. He posted that. Just make sure you're following the right people. You can get free plays from sharp bettors on the Action Network app. Go download that shit right now. Me and Phil on there. We do a podcast for him. All that good stuff, man. Go download the app right now. Go get that cash. Smack the bookie. Smack shit out them bookies, man. Let's get this cash. We out, my guys. Y'all have a good day.